Okay. Say when.
We're recording.
Okay. Let's try this again, Max.
Do it in under an hour and 28 minutes.
Okay. Max, I'm going to tell you a story now about what it was like when I was a little boy on a farm in northern Wisconsin. I used to tell your mother this too. And she believed every word of it, and you must also. Here, let's try this again. Or you just want to listen to me tell you? Well, many years ago on the farm in northern Wisconsin, one day I was out walking. I was hunting, really. I had taken my little dog Blackie, and I was hunting with my Daisy Red Ryder BB gun. That's for big. We were out looking for big game, or actually little game. And we walked past the little house, down past the great big ditch where all the rusty old Model Ts were, and across the creek, and past the field, and then went past the potato field. Yeah, potato field. And it was kind of that's where we grew potatoes. And there was a swamp there too, or really a muskeg swamp kind of. And all of a sudden I heard all this, the sky got a little dark, and I heard this thump, thump, thump. And I wondered, what in the world is that? And you know what it was? Well, I didn't know either then. I was scared. And then all of a sudden, I looked up, and there was this gigantic dinosaur there. And he says, "Hello, little Tommy. I'm Brutus. That's my name. Brutus Brontosaurus. Yeah, isn't that great?" And he said, "Don't be frightened of me." I said, "Oh," and his head was way up in the air. He says, "You want to climb up my back?" So he laid his tail down, and I got on his back, and I said, "Can little dog Blackie come with us?" And he said, "Of course." So we walked right up his tail, then up his back, then up his neck, and there we were up by his head, way up in the sky. It was so far up. And he said, "Say, Tommy, little Tommy Murky, would you like to go to the dinosaur picnic?"
Okay.
Yeah. So we went to the dinosaur picnic, but it took a long time to get there because it was far away. It was in Dinosaur Valley, where it was. I'd never been there before. I never heard of the place before. And so we went there, and we climbed over this big hill, and there before me was Dinosaur Valley, and there's all kinds of dinosaurs down there. And there's a pretty little lake in the bottom of Dinosaur Valley. Yeah. And I said, "What do you dinosaurs eat when you go on a picnic?" He said, "Well, we have hot dogs and cherry Kool-Aid." And just then I saw them rolling great big barrels of Kool-Aid powder down to the edge of this lake. And they emptied them into the lake. And all of a sudden it was cherry Kool-Aid lake. Can you believe that? That was good. And the hot dogs were the size of telephone poles. Yeah, they were. And the mustard was served in 50-gallon barrels. The dinosaurs eat a lot. So they cut off a little chunk of hot dog for me and a nice bun. The bun was size of a house. And then I got done eating, and we're all done, and they said, "Do you want to go home now, little Tommy?" I said, "Yeah, my parents are probably frightened, nervous because I've been gone so long." And then we walked. I climbed up on his back, little dog Blackie, kept my Daisy Red Ryder BB gun, and he took us back to where he had picked me up. And when I got back to the house, my parents were nervous, and I told them I'd been to the dinosaur picnic, and they didn't believe me at first, but eventually they understood I was telling the truth. And that's how I went to my first dinosaur picnic. Want to try that again? And you can, your mommy believed me for many years, that story. And so you have to believe me for many years too. Yeah. Yeah. Dinosaur picnic. Next time I'll tell you a story about dinosaur summer. That was wonderful too. That was more fun because that had fire-breathing dragons in it.